Wiki, you sleepy
morning.
idiots.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Wake up.
Good morning.
Wait, what? Whoa, who's that?
Hi.
Who's that?
There's 3 of us now?
What?
What?
We already did this last week.
Well, yeah, but last week wasn't like a normal show. Last week was an intro to Beth, and now
That's true.
Beth is officially here.
Hi, I'm here. It's me, Beth.
An intro to Beth wherein we never said where we know Beth from.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
It's going to be a mystery. Fuck it.
I mean, Beth can explain.
I was going to say, don't worry about where I came from.
Oh, okay.
She's from parts unknown.
She's in your house.
She's haunting your shit right now.
I met you guys in the Welcome Pod Discord.
Oh, yeah, during the pandemic.
Is that where you guys met too?
Was it?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I feel like I knew who Jesse was before Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just because you've shown up in things.
Yeah, every now and again.
Yeah, that was the first time I talked to either of you.
Yeah.
I met a good chunk of my current friends in that Discord.
Same.
Yeah.
Wow, what a good time the pandemic was.
Hell yeah.
Okay. And on that note, hey, who are we, by the way?
Who are
You
we?
can't say we, there's 3 of us. So
I was kind of waiting to see who would take the reins. I'll do it. Hey, I'm Felicia.
This is going to be even more shit-showy.
You interrupted me, so
We could come up with an order. I don't know.
We could.
It's just an idea.
I think we have one, and we just don't respect it.
That's true.
Hi, I'm Felicia. You can find me at Felicia3 on Twitter and Instagram.
Hi, I'm Beth. You can find me at BethMostF on Twitter and Beth D. Bush on Instagram.
Hi, I'm Jesse. Someone give me a Blue Sky invite, please. Pretty, please.
You have to get invited?
Yeah.
Apparently.
What the fuck?
It's in beta.
I'm not joining anything in beta. Hey, and all 3 of us make up the Sleepy Idiots Club, which includes you. If you want to know more about us, you can go to www.idiots.fm, and that's where you'll also find a link to our Discord where you can chat with us or other idiots. And hey, why don't you go ahead and rate us at podchaser.com or Apple Podcasts if you're feeling nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Felicia and Beth.
At the same time?
Yeah.
We'll just both talk.
Hey, what's new in your lives?
Fuck all. Absolutely nothing.
This was
right,
a nothing week.
Yeah, it was.
I had one tiny event where my mom's storm door. Did I show you guys the picture of what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, her storm door, one of the glass panes just exploded out of nowhere because apparently that can just happen.
I didn't know it could happen outside. I guess that makes sense.
Didn't you say that you guys had a storm though?
We did, and so I don't know if there was like wind things or temperature things that caused it to explode, but it did, and so that was a giant, huge mess to clean up. And there was one good part about it though, which was that I got to take a hammer and knock out the rest of the glass, and that was kind of fun.
That is a good time. Breaking shit's fun.
Yeah.
Did you ever break shit for fun when you were a kid?
No, I was a good kid.
Me and my friends would go in this abandoned slaughterhouse, and there were like piles and piles of fluorescent lights for some reason.
Jesse, what
Holy
the fuck?
shit.
And we would break those, and that was
There's
fun.
so much wrong with that sentence.
What do you mean?
But fluorescent lights are also like really toxic.
Yeah, right?
No, it's fine.
Oh. Jesse's fluorescent.
Yeah.
Write that down, Felicia.
I'm writing it down.
If you're like a dumb, mischievous kid and you're like wandering around an abandoned building and you find a bunch of breakable shit, like you almost can't not do it.
Sure.
I'm so happy to have Beth.
I would try one of those rage rooms, but I don't want to like break things where someone else might have to clean it up. I don't know.
I don't like breaking things that might accidentally hurt me. Like I don't want to break something and then cut myself on the broken glass.
Yeah.
Well, we're dumb little boys. I feel like little boys different. Little boys hit different.
First of all, sexist.
First of all, that sounds like something you can't say.
No.
Yeah.
No, you took it a weird place.
I think I just said what you said.
I think you took it a
we
weird
hit
place.
light different.
Sure.
I've been on vacation. I'm about to have to go back to work, and I don't wanna.
Oh,
Wow, that
true.
sucks.
Yeah.
Dang, already?
Yeah.
How long?
It's been 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, today, which is Friday when we're recording this, was my last.
That's insane. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. I was very tempted to tell my, like, coworker, "Can I just use my other 2 weeks?"
Oh god.
Or 3. I think we get 5 weeks a year.
Wow.
I wanted to extend, but I can't do that.
Just take a month off.
That would be great.
Mm.
Hey, Beth and Felicia.
Hey.
Hey.
I can't do that. It feels weird. Hey, you guys, what we
Saying
watched
2
last?
names feels weird.
Hey,
It
idiots.
does. Oh yeah, hey idiots. What did
You
you
could be
watch
talking to
last week?
anybody. The only thing different that I watched this past week was that I got Peacock and I started to watch Yellowstone from the beginning
Mhm.
because everyone's obsessed with it and I wasn't super into it the first time. I'm still like kind of riding the fence. It holds my attention okay, but it's not like something I'm dying to watch the next episode of.
Yeah.
But I got through the first season and the first couple episodes of season 2. And in season 2, Neil McDonough shows up. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm kind of in now because I love him.
Nice.
But
I've seen 3 seasons of that, and then I think it got too bonkers or something. I can't remember what happened.
well, it's good. I mean, I know that it's only going to have 5 seasons, so it's pretty consumable.
They're gonna spin it off though,
Yeah, they are.
'cause Kevin Costner. I think we talked about this at some point.
I think we did too, but it just kind of like officially got announced that the 5th season is the last season because of
Yeah.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah, everybody hates him.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Pretty fun.
I haven't seen any of it. I get it recommended all the time though. People love that show.
Yeah, the funny thing
Yeah.
is now my parents are like, "Oh, we love it." I'm like, "What?"
Oh, it's a boomer show.
Yeah,
Like
I
a
guess
million
so.
percent.
Yeah.
It's even got like the old format, I think. It
I
kind of
might
feels
like
like
it.
Dallas a little bit.
Well, I was thinking it really feels like a Sons of Anarchy, but in the West.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Beth,
like
you ever
Sons of
seen Sons
Anarchy.
of Anarchy?
Yeah, I haven't
It's
seen like the
less
full way
dramatic
through,
though.
but yeah,
It's
I liked it a
it's
lot.
like bougie white people, Sons of Anarchy.
I didn't see it the whole way through either. I think I noped hard out of the like right after the Irish season, like when they went to Ireland.
That's
Oh, yeah.
really early on.
Yeah, it was something was too much for me.
You hate
It got, like,
Ireland?
no,
Yeah, I think he does.
something after the Ireland season happened, and I
Who
was like,
knows,
nah.
man. It was a lot, but it was a good show.
I watched so much shit. Wait, Beth, did you say what you watched this week?
I also watched a thing on Peacock, kind of a guilty pleasure situation. I caught up on this season's Vanderpump Rules because
What the hell?
way back in the day, I watched like some of the first seasons of it, and then I just fell off and I haven't watched it in years. But then there's been like new stupid controversy with like a whole cheating scandal. So I jumped back in and just binged that.
What is it? What's Vanderpump Rules?
Okay, so Lisa Vanderpump, who's one of the real housewives of Beverly Hills, she has like her own little spin-off for all the staff in her restaurant, Sir. And like
Yeah.
so it's just kind of like following these people that work in the restaurant.
Oh, so it's a
Yeah.
reality show.
Oh yeah. It's just reality TV.
Why did I think that was a series? I've heard of it before.
It's
Well, it is a series.
Well,
but
I
it's
mean,
a
like,
it's on its
reality.
10th
like a
season. I think
Damn.
10th.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, I've definitely heard of it, but I don't think I ever knew what it was.
Yeah.
Is it mean spirited or fun? It's got to be mean spirited. If
Well,
There's a
there's
lot
a
of
real
memes.
housewife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's like delightful. She's the best part.
Oh.
All the like, there's like a lot of drama and like stupid shit that happens between the people.
Oh yeah, it's a restaurant. That makes
I would
sense.
say there's a good amount of mean spirited things in it.
I've for some reason, as I've aged, I've really lost my appetite for mean shit
Yeah, same.
in
same.
reality shows. Anyway,
I think also same, but like very occasionally it hits the spot.
Yeah.
yeah, it depends.
Like I'll watch Love Island because I'll watch the British one because I really enjoy like just their weird little culture, but I won't watch the American one. You know what I mean?
Oh no. Yeah.
It's just it's delightful in its own way.
The American Taskmaster is mean-spirited a little bit.
That makes sense.
It's just what we do,
Yeah.
and it sucks. I hate that shit.
Mhm.
Everything should be like Great British Bake Off.
Definitely.
And that was it though, Vanderpump Rules.
That was it. Besides, we watched something together. We caught up on Barry.
Oh yeah. Well, we watched the first two, and then I went on vacation and I kept forgetting to
Yeah.
say we should watch it because I was playing a video game constantly that whole time called Age of No,
Fortnite.
it's called Age of Wonders 4, and I was going to tell you about it, Felicia, because it's like Civilization but Fantasyland set. But it captured my attention. I've been fucking playing that and like forgetting everything existed. Which is kind of nice. That game is the reason why. Oh, we need to talk about Barry. Barry's batshit this season.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Felicia,
Like,
you gotta get in.
Nah.
every
Gotta get in.
episode,
I tried, man.
everyone is like, it leaves you with like, holy shit. Like, and then this past one, it left me just like 15 question marks over my head. I wish there was another episode after that one because
Yeah, me too.
I'm just like, where are we going? This is bonkers, but I'm in still. I love it.
Yeah, Felicia, I feel like get past the first season.
That's such a commitment.
Well, they're
It's
not
not
that
like,
long.
oh,
at
you know,
least.
first the pilot's not great, but you can if you hang in episode 3 get no. You're asking me to commit to an entire season when there's only 3.
You did this to me with Hell on Wheels.
No, I didn't because Hell on Wheels was good immediately, and then it got bad.
But you made me watch the terrible seasons.
Yeah, because we were already in, baby.
No. You gotta watch Barry.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm not committing to that.
I feel like you would like it, but I don't know. Whatever.
Well, I didn't the first time, so.
But this is season 3 is the last season. The one that are we on 4?
I will
3 or 4, but we're on the last season.
once it's like
Yeah.
completely over and all episodes are available, I might give it another shot.
Okay. It's really fun and crazy, especially this season.
And
the end of
funny.
last season was ultra mega nuts.
Oh my god, yeah. Never. I don't want to spoil.
No spoils, but very
No
crazy.
spoils.
And again, some crazy shit happened this week. It's just a crazy shit show. I watched everything. So I was playing Age of Wonders 4, and while I was doing that, I had on my TV Alone, which is a show Felicia told me about that I forgot she told me about.
And we've definitely talked about at length on this show multiple times.
Yeah, I just have a really bad memory.
We talked about it in my episode.
Yeah, and I remember that. But I remember wanting to watch it. I just didn't remember you told me about it. But that show's crazy too. It's kind of a hunting show, which is why it's weird that you were watching it.
It's not a hunting show. It's a survival show, and occasionally somebody has to hunt something to live.
They're always horny to hunt, though.
No, not always. A lot of it is also fishing and scavenging.
And I wish they would give them guns or something, because at least for the first like 7 seasons, they're fashioning their own weapons and shit.
Oh god.
And like,
yeah, I don't think survivalists get to use guns.
No, they don't. But also, it's like modern times. It's kind of fucked up to shoot something with a fucked up bow, so it has to run away to die.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So like they could just be like caveat time.
But you know, I do love it when they are trying to hunt something and don't end up catching the animal.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, get away, little rabbit.
That happens consistently, and that's why I think the producers are definitely fucking with people.
I don't think they are. Like, I think a lot of reality shows, sure, I'm inclined to believe that there's a lot of interference. But this particular reality show, they drop somebody in a very secluded location
Yeah.
that can only be gotten to by helicopter or boat. I think if people were fucking with them, they'd know.
I don't know. It's just too much shit happens. It doesn't feel realistic, but maybe it's just because I've never been camping.
Yeah, let's drop you in the middle of the wilderness and see how smoothly things go for you.
I just don't think my traps would be empty like 4 nights out of 4, and like then my tent.
Probably would.
and then my building starts flaming. Nah.
I don't think that's anyone fucking with anyone. I think that's the fact that people will build a fireplace inside.
That's true. I don't know. They have a shooting schedule. They can't just be there.
Next, we gotta move on.
I watched Dungeons and Dragons with my D&D group. That was very fun.
Oh, that's fun.
That movie's funny. If you play D&D, it's very much more enjoyable. Like I think you could have a good time with it having never played D&D.
Yeah.
But if you play D&D, when you're watching it, you can feel the game happening in the movie.
That's fun.
Like you can feel people failing roles and stuff like that. And the players, sometimes the characters talk like players, but it's subtle. But it was fun. I liked it a lot.
That's kind of surprising, but I guess I'm glad to hear it because I do kind of want to see it.
Yeah.
My mom watched it. She went to the movies and watched it by herself.
What the hell? Is your mom a nerd or
She a
she's
big
just bored?
Chris Pine stan.
She was like, it's the only thing that it looked like I would want to watch it whenever she was looking at what was available. So she texted me that she went watch it, and I was like, what? Who's texting me? Who has your phone? This is so weird. So she liked it a lot.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's not like a groundbreaking story or anything like that, but it's quippy, kind of like Marvel movies. The CG is a little shitty in parts, but I think it's because they spent on one particular scene that like makes the whole movie for me. I'm not going to spoil that, but if you've seen it, you know which one it is.
Chris Pine hangs dong.
No.
Oh no.
Well, maybe.
No
it's like
spoilers,
PG-13, isn't it?
It's very brief.
Huh.
Very brief. His dick is all the way out. I watched Air.
I heard of it. The Ben Affleck one?
Yeah, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, their new production company that they started. And they started their production company so they could change how their like workers are compensated.
Oh.
So I think in their production company, like even the grips and stuff get a part of the movie, like the profits.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And Air is like an excellent movie. Even if you don't give a fuck about basketball, it's more about how Nike came to be. And when it really took off was when Michael Jordan joined the brand. So this is like the story of how that happened. And it's well done.
Sounds like that's going to be a hate watch at some point.
Oh, yeah, sports.
No, it's not really. It's sports, yes.
It's
but
sports.
It's not a hate watch, though. It's just a movie. It's like, it's so funny that you like shoot shit down because it says basketball in there somewhere.
No, because it's about sports.
Not
also
really. It's about
musicals are also just movies, but you hate them, and that's what makes them hate watches.
Yeah, but musicals have music in them.
And sports movies have sports in them.
Not the whole movie.
I
would say that we watched Hairspray. That was like 80% people singing about racism. And then Air is, I want to say like 5% contains basketball shit.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Oh.
It's mostly about the characters.
Hairspray isn't, though. Hairspray is not about the characters at all.
No. Hairspray sucks.
How dare you?
It's the worst musical I've ever seen.
I'm just going to reiterate that a hate watch is a hate watch because somebody in the group hates watching that kind of movie, not because it's a bad movie.
Yeah. And I think if we watched Air, nobody would hate it.
Interesting. You don't know me like that.
Yeah, I do.
No,
it's just a good story. It has fuck all to do with basketball. I'm telling the truth. It's more about shoes.
Nike.
Yeah, it's Nike shoes. Anyway,
I'm adding shoe movies to my hate watch.
I also watched, me and Miriam watched Mrs. Davis, which is a show on Peacock. So you can watch it if you want to. Sounds like you both got Peacock subscriptions.
Well, we watched the first episode together.
Yeah,
that's right. My memory not good.
You're scaring me a little bit.
Vacation Jesse is different.
Yeah.
Vacation Jesse reverts to a night owl immediately. And then I don't sleep enough. But yeah, we watched the first episode of Miss Davis together, and you guys liked it, right?
Yeah. I don't know that I'm like fully invested, but it was entertaining.
I think I was too sleepy to get so many things that were happening in that first episode. But
Yeah, it
that's
was pretty
fair.
bonkers.
It
I could see
gets
it being good.
it unfolds into batshit craziness
Mm.
over the next few episodes, and the last episode was real goofy, but I still like it. And then I watched Dave season 3, which is
Ooh.
ongoing. Dave is a great show, but I think Felicia, you would hate it.
I
I
like
don't really
Dave.
know that one.
I'm not caught up though.
Dave is about rap music.
Mm.
Air is about shoes. Dave is about Lil Dicky the rapper, and he's doing rap.
I don't know that I would hate it, but it's not something that particularly interests me.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
really funny. Like, it's not just
It's super funny.
rap-based.
It's funny and it's foul.
Yeah.
Like, it's very vulgar, which is fun.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I watched. Did you guys watch anything else?
Nope.
Besides, like, VR, we watched Deadly Friend
I forgot about VR.
and TikToks.
We did
a million TikToks.
we did watch Deadly Friend. That's a stupid movie.
Yeah,
No.
it wasn't good at all.
The only reason it got made is because after they made Short Circuit, the director lent that robot to Wes Craven for Deadly Friend. So Johnny Five shows up in Deadly Friend, but he's like wearing a goofy outfit. He looks like a big toaster.
I didn't know
He
it was the
does.
same robot.
Me
Yeah, it's
neither.
the exact same robot.
Yeah, it looks a lot worse.
It looks
it makes
way
sense
worse.
though. He's the same shape basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's covered in toaster oven.
In Deadly Friend, like it's all in the eyes. Because I think you guys have only seen Short Circuit once, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we saw 1 and 2, but we saw them both once.
So in Deadly Friend, his eyes get red like they would in Short Circuit, and that's the tell.
Mm.
And the way that they move around, like with the eyebrows and shit, the metal eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
But that movie's got like the iconic Anne Ramsey's head being destroyed by a basketball scene.
Yeah.
It's like so strangely disturbed. Like this guy's friend dies, and then he decides to merge her dead body with his robot friend that exploded. And so he has this robot woman hybrid. The deadly friend, the titular deadly friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it really did seem like he just did that so he could fuck his robot friend.
Who for some reason walks like a robot but runs like a human.
Yeah. Like did robot arms a couple times for no
Pinchy
reason.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Very stupid. That movie sucks. But
And then we did just watch a shit ton of TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. We scrolled through Steve's TikTok feed. That was fun.
Every now and then our friends would pop up, and that was really funny to see on a
Yeah, like,
VR
oh hey, there's
screen.
Heather.
Yeah.
Skip.
Can't possibly watch this together. That would be too much.
A little too meta.
Yeah.
You know, the time for asking
questions
is right now.
Hey, we got 2 questions.
Hey.
Both from our friend Tatiana.
Yay.
The first one is pick your favorite movie and then pick a color palette, minimum 3 colors that you associate with that movie. And I already fucked up the thing because I only picked 2.
And you also didn't say what the movie was.
Oh. It was a surprise. I'm going to surprise you. That's what I was doing.
Do we have to guess from your color
I mean,
palette?
it's Interstellar, right?
Yeah, it's definitely Interstellar. And go, someone.
Well, I thought we were talking about yours.
Oh, okay. My favorite is Interstellar, and I feel like it's like cold and melancholy. So it's like a dark blue and gray palette.
Yeah,
Blue,
that makes sense.
so blue, gray, and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all know my favorite movie is The Mummy. So the palette is just like red, orange, sand, dark brown, black.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And gold. There's a lot of gold in
that's
there.
true.
Oh, yeah. Gold.
There's those
Jesus
fucking
Christ. Sorry.
those beetles that Beth hates.
Jake just
Yeah, those are
descended upon my
black.
desk. Oh, yeah. Fucking scarab beetles. I can't watch that part. No, no, no.
The skin part or like any parts?
The part where they go under the skin.
Yeah,
Can't watch
that's
it.
bad news.
No.
That's
I can
scary
look at the
shit.
bug itself. I just can't look at it while it's under someone's skin.
All right, Beth, what's yours?
Okay. I don't have like a favorite movie. I have like top movies. And so I went with The Blues Brothers.
Oh.
my two little sons, one of which is driving me insane right now, are named after the Blues Brothers, Jake and Elwood. And then so the color palette, initially when I thought about it, I was thinking like black, white, and like different hues of blue. That's like what you see when you see like Blues Brothers artwork and posters.
Yeah.
But I think like an alt palette for it would be more like what you like the vibe you get when you're watching the movie, which is really like gritty. It's very like gray, brown, tan, that kind of color palette.
That's a good call.
I did 2 palettes.
There's like warm movies and cool movies, and that's a cool movie for sure.
Mine's warm.
Blues Brothers reminds me of winter, I feel like.
It's not particularly snowy.
No, but it like reminds me of, it's bleak. I feel like the settings are bleakish.
It's dark looking and old.
Yeah, and it's like city.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah, same.
That's gonna be a watch along for sure.
We can do that.
Fun movie. Yeah, I've forgotten enough of it.
Neat.
Her second question is, what's your favorite random fact to tell people? It doesn't have to be something you just say out of the blue, but you feel inclined to tell people when the topic comes up.
Sharks have 2 penises. They're called claspers. They can use either one.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe you told me about that before.
I'm sure I have.
I'm fun to have as a friend because you can just tell me the same shit over and over and over.
That is a plus.
Nice.
What about you, Beth?
Okay. Hopefully this isn't like...
Oh, no. We got
cat.
I think Beth's cat maybe just turned her laptop off.
Could be. Is she still... Oh, nope. She's offline.
Yeah, immediately offline.
Oh, boy. Well, why don't you go ahead and say yours, Jesse?
My random fact is that Trent Reznor was a keyboardist in a new wave band called Slam Bamboo, and that was before he recorded the first Nine Inch Nails album.
Slam Bamboo?
Slam Bamboo.
Oh.
And you can look that up on YouTube and notice that Trent Reznor does not fit in with their aesthetic even a little bit. They all look like Culture Club, like with the weird jacked up hair. And Trent Reznor is just in the back in all black with his longish black hair. It's kind of fun. It's like a fun history lesson because he looks really out of place, but it's still Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails for sure.
Beth is experiencing technical difficulties because one of her cats, Jake, one of the Blues Brothers, just walked across her laptop and I guess turned it off.
Yeah. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Felt like it went boom.
Hi.
What did he do? Did he just turn it off?
No, like the light was still on. First of all, I didn't even see him. Like he came out of nowhere and was suddenly on the laptop. And I have no idea what he stepped on, but the light was still on but the screen was just black. So I just like forced shut down, and
yeah.
Weird. Turned it back on. Everything's completely fine.
That is weird. Maybe you put it to sleep.
But like I pressed things and like nothing happened. So I don't know. Okay.
Weird. How about we do some news?
Well, wait. We need Beth's random fact.
Oh yeah. What's Beth's random fact?
So this is a fun fact that Skylar and I learned while we were waiting in a way too long line at Chick-fil-A. We just had gotten a new Aldi in town, so we were like looking up things about Aldi, and Aldi and Trader Joe's are related in a weird way. They share this whole weird backstory. The original Aldi opened back in the early 1900s in Germany, and the store's original owner, he had 2 sons who took it over and expanded the chain all over Europe. And sometime in the 60s, the brothers argued over whether or not to sell cigarettes in the stores, and it like completely broke them apart.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
It split into 2 different companies, Aldi Nord and Aldi Sud. I don't know how
North
to
and
pronounce
South.
North and South for sure.
Yeah. So so I re-looked up all this to make sure I was getting the information right. My source is almost all Aldi.com.
What the fuck?
So, okay, let me just explain what happened with the split. So, in Europe, Aldi Nord took over the grocery locations in northern Germany and a large chunk of Europe. And then Aldi Süd took over everything in southern Germany and then other European countries. And then in the US, Trader Joe's has been owned by Aldi Nord since the late 70s, while the Aldi stores in the US were launched under the ownership of Aldi Süd and in the mid 70s. So like they've always like operated under completely like just independently of one another, and they've never shared joint ownership, but they have like this weird brother backstory.
Weird.
That's fucking weird.
I don't have an Aldi near me at all, so I wonder how similar they are.
We do.
I don't have a Trader Joe's, so I don't know.
It's so weird because I didn't know Aldi was a chain. I thought it was just a shitty store that we had here.
I thought it was
It's
just
like
like Midwest, but it's like expand, like we have it here now.
It's not like a great grocery store.
No.
They have cheap shit.
Yes.
Weird. Because Trader Joe's is reasonably priced, but they have fancier stuff for sure.
Yeah.
And it's a real good store.
I assume Aldi Süd was the one that wanted to sell cigarettes.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I don't know that they sell cigarettes in Trader Joe's.
That's my official guess.
Yeah, I don't know that they sell it in Aldi either.
But I've seen Aldi referenced 1,000,000 times on Reddit. I thought it was like in Europe, so I was confused about that. So I knew it was both. I thought it was in London.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I guess it is too.
Yeah, it's there too. So it's everywhere. But
well, shit, that's a good fact.
That's a good fact.
You hit us with a good fact.
Hell yeah.
Hey. Well, how about we do some news?
Let's do it.
The guy was like tearing him to pieces with his mouth. So I told him, get off, it's like, and the guy just kept eating the other guy away, like ripping his skin.
Larry Vega describes it as a scene out of a horror movie as a naked man chewed off the face of another naked man.
Who got the news?
I got a shit ton of news.
I got one news that we might all have.
Yeah, why don't you tell us about it?
Yeah, tell us your Beth news.
Disney Plus and Hulu are combining apps into one app, one big app.
What the fuck?
Did you guys see
I didn't
this?
hear about that.
I did, but I was kind of confused because when I first got Disney Plus, there was like a package where you could get Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN. So I thought they were kind of already.
But they're separate apps, so they're putting it all into one dumping it all into one. You can still they said that Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus will all continue to be like standalone services, so you don't have to buy all of them, but it's just going to be dumped into one spot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you can watch in Pam and Tommy, you can watch Tommy's dick jump around on the Disney Channel.
That's true. It's so weird.
That is weird.
That's a fun way to think about it.
I like that's where your mind went immediately.
Well, I was just thinking of Hulu. Immediately, I was like, "What Hulu shows push the envelope?" and then I remember that dancing dick scene.
I already started getting ads for it for like how it's combining into like sign up. It's like $9.99 a month. It was saying.
I might just do that because I pay for both. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
Yep.
Okay. I have quite a bit, but they don't all merit discussion, so I'll try to blast through it.
Okay.
The first one I just put because it was like a really funny headline. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 holds the world record for most prosthetics used in a film with 22,500. The record was previously held by How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
What the hell?
I love it. That makes so much sense though, because they're all hooed up.
Yeah.
Did you see that thing where Chris Pratt got all like defensive about his proportions?
Yeah, well, because they made like a completely accurate like prosthetic Chris Pratt essentially for someone to carry around, and he was like splayed out like he was dead or some shit.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Is that what I look like?"
Oh
like,
yeah,
exactly.
I think that's former chubby boy shit.
Probably.
I feel like it never really leaves you all the way. So I
Yikes.
think he like saw it and disassociated for a second.
Could be.
That is weird to see.
Yeah. This next one I put on here for Jesse. Brandon Perea has been cast in the Twister sequel, Twisters, alongside Daisy Edgar Jones, Anthony Ramos, and Glenn Powell, and it's coming out July 19th, 2024.
I almost put
Wow.
that on my news list, but I was like, Beth and Felicia won't give a fuck.
About
So that's
Twister?
fun that you put it on there. Yeah.
I like Twister.
You like Twister?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't
didn't know
dislike
that.
Twister. I just don't really remember it much.
That's the watch along we were gonna do.
It's a
Yeah.
nice comfort movie. I like it.
Yeah.
The next one is they released a bunch of news about Beetlejuice 2, which is in the works.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder are reprising their roles. Jenna Ortega has been cast as Lydia Dietz's daughter, and then Willem Dafoe just got cast. I'm not sure as who, but
God.
apparently it'll be releasing sometime in 2024.
That's fun.
That is fun. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Jenna Ortega's doing the Winona Ryder speed run.
Yeah, for real.
She's like following her career to a T, I feel like.
The next one is just, I put this on because Jesse and I started this show and immediately noped out. Lockwood & Co. has been canceled by Netflix after one season.
Oh, no.
Unsurprising.
I think we called that.
Yep.
But speaking of canceled shows, The Winchesters got canceled by the CW after one season.
Oh, you know what? That is news that I forgot to put on the list. The CW is like culling a bunch of shows.
Oh, shit.
I think they're killing off most, if not all, of their scripted stuff.
Whoa.
Wow.
Because they're going with a new format.
I just assumed it was trash.
It'll be weird to not have that to compare shows to, because I'm always like, if a show's like got love triangles and shit, I'm like, that's a CW-ish show. So now
Yeah.
I don't know what I want to say in the future.
Well, I mean, you can say an old school CW show.
Yeah.
The next one is, I mean, kind of obvious, but relevant because we have talked at length about The Last of Us, but they announced that preparations for The Last of Us, including casting, have been put on hold due to the writer's strike. And they added that casting will begin once the writer's strike concludes and writers receive fair pay, which I thought was nice.
Nice.
Yep. That's also unsurprising. Craig Mazin used to be the president of the Writers Guild.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, he was Writers Guild West. He was the president for a while.
Well, that makes sense then.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Solidarity.
The next thing I have is that Dan Stevens has been cast in Radio Silence's untitled monster movie. And that was all the information in the thing that I read. So I don't know what that means, but I love Dan Stevens and I love monster movies, so that was an automatic win for me.
Yeah, we're probably going to watch that, I assume.
For sure. This next one I put on my list. Have any of you seen the movie Old Boy? Old Boy?
I feel like
maybe?
I have.
I think.
So I have not seen it, but I've been told by so many people that it's like a great movie and they won't like say anything about it because apparently you just have to watch it, but it's like impossible to find. So apparently they have remastered and restored it and they're going to be releasing it in theaters on August 16th.
Oh,
that's cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I've never seen it, but I'm told by multiple people that it's very good, so I might be checking that out.
I'm like 80% sure that I've seen it and just don't remember.
Same. That's so weird.
Yeah.
This has been talked about before, but I guess officially a sequel to Freaky Friday is in the works with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis to reprise their roles.
What the fuck? No.
Yay. I want it.
I want it too, honestly.
I love Freaky Friday.
The twins are going to do bumps of coke just like mom.
No, that's not Freaky Friday. That's the Parent Trap.
Oh yeah, Freaky Friday is the body swap thing.
Yeah.
I thought that got remade like recently.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Unless it was like, I don't know, like a different story, but kind of same concept. But I don't think so.
Either that or the recent one you're thinking of is the Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan one.
Maybe there's a Little Dicky music video where he body swaps with Chris Brown. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Bad deal.
Yeah, it's a bad time.
The first trailer for Flamin' Hot, a film about the origins of Flamin' Hot Cheetos, releases June 9th on Disney Plus.
What?
And I put this because in the trailer, which I did not watch, but in the beginning of the trailer, I saw the familiar face of Tony Shalhoub.
What? What?
What is it? I want to see this.
I don't know, but apparently, look up the trailer because they just dropped a trailer.
Okay, I will.
I want to
Flamin' hot.
I want to nope out just on principle, but Tetris was fucking so good that I feel like this could also be good if they do it right.
Maybe. Robert Rodriguez says his Spy Kids reboot starring Zachary Levi and Gina Rodriguez will likely release in late 2023.
Another Spy Kids?
What?
A reboot.
What's happening?
I'm assuming this is not like I don't know. It didn't say anything about original cast coming back, so I think they're just making a new Spy Kids franchise.
They should do Agent Cody Banks instead.
Oh my god. Frankie Muniz is like an F1 driver now. So weird.
He's good too. He's like good at it.
The next thing I have 3 more.
God damn. Are you just reading Reddit?
No, Twitter. And there was just so much news that came out in the last couple days.
This is why you should do all the news, because I miss it.
That's fine.
I got nothing.
I mean, I always look at the same sources on Twitter, so I see all. Tom Hiddleston and Mark Hamill have been cast in an adaptation of Stephen King's The Life of Chuck, with Mike Flanagan set to direct. The story follows the biography of Charles Krantz in reverse, beginning with his death and ending with his childhood. One of the reasons I put that is because besides the fact that I like Tom Hiddleston, it's also a Stephen King adaptation, which could go either way. But Mike Flanagan is directing it, and he's the one who does like Haunting of Hill House and Bly Manor and those.
Yeah. Then the one about the priest that I want to watch, but I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, the one that I keep trying to watch with you, and you're like, I don't feel like it right now.
Yeah, I want to wait. I like watching that shit around Halloween.
That's fine. We can wait for Halloween.
Has he, Steven? So he's like a hardcore horror director. Like he goes hard with the
Flanagan?
horror. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I couldn't name you anything he's done that isn't horror, I guess.
It'll be interesting because I feel like Stephen King stories are scary, but they're not in that same lane to me.
Well, Stephen King writes horror, but I don't know about this particular story.
Well, I mean, like even the horror that Stephen King writes, when it gets adapted, it's usually not mega scary.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
that'll
not familiar with the story. It doesn't even sound like a horror story, but who knows?
No,
I'll watch
I've
it
never heard
probably.
of it.
The Bear season 2 comes out June 22nd on Hulu.
Yay.
That soon?
That's pretty soon.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And lastly, we have news that Meg 2, The Trench, with Jason Statham reprising his role, is in theaters August 4th, and there's a trailer out that I haven't watched.
That means we have to do a watch.
Are you not watching it on purpose?
Yeah, I want it all to be a surprise.
Yeah, I haven't seen the first one.
The only thing that I saw of the Meg 2, The Trench, is I'm pretty sure there are dinosaurs.
Well,
of course. Why not?
And that's my news.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was a lot of fucking news, but it was all interesting.
Yes.
Wow, good job.
Thanks so much.
I'm very excited. Are you excited?
Yes.
We're all excited about the same thing.
Yeah, it's the Mystery Files.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'll try to say this the same way I said it before. I think Mystery Files is like what Ghost Files is to BuzzFeed Unsolved Supernatural. Mystery Files is to BuzzFeed Unsolved True Crime. And it's on Watcher's YouTube channel starring Shane Madej and Ryan Vergara. And we love them.
Yep, they're both great.
I'm speaking for Beth too, even though I think she just started watching their stuff.
I think they're great, though. I like them a lot.
Hell yeah.
I love Ryan even more after I discovered he likes basketball. Not only the NBA, but college women's basketball too.
And it's literally the only thing he ever posts about.
Yeah, that was a weird thing when I first found that out, because he was posting about college women's basketball, which I was just getting into.
We have to watch one of their series on the Watcher channel is called Too Many Spirits, and it's they film 4 episodes one night, but they release them weekly. The premise is they have users send in like their ghost stories and they'll read them. But Shane and Ryan are sitting around a fire, and every episode they're having some kind of cocktail. So by the end, they're super drunk.
Yep. I've seen these out of the corner of my eye. Miriam watches them religiously.
They're very fun.
Yeah.
So it's like the first episode of the season, they're perfectly normal and they're just reading stories. But the last one, they're just piss drunk and and it's very fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time. They are fun. They're very funny. And someone makes the drinks for them whose name I can't remember.
Stephen Lim and occasionally Ricky Wang, who's an actual bartender. And Stephen Lim is not. So they roll, like they do Roshambo to determine who gets whose drink. And every time the winner picks, they pick Ricky's.
It's wacky that you call that Roshambo.
Why?
That's what it is.
It's rock, paper, scissors.
It is rock, paper, scissors, but it's called Roshambo too.
I thought Roshambo was like, what's the one where you have like a revolver and you know, with the...
Nope, not that.
No. Is that not...
Nope, that's Russian roulette.
Yeah, I thought that was the same as that.
I never even heard the word Roshambo until Hamilton. Yeah.
That's funny because Roshambo, and then on Bo you do the rock,
shoot
paper,
someone.
Scissors.
No, okay.
I suppose you could.
I remember looking it up because when they said it in Hamilton, I was like, "What the fuck is that?" So since then, I just thought that's an old timey way to say rock, paper, scissors.
I didn't think, "What the fuck is that?" I just sang it and moved on.
Well, I'm a deep diver.
I couldn't tell you why it's called that or where that comes from, but
we're
there it
probably
is.
all a little bit right. Like, I feel like if we look at it, there's going to be a gun involved at some point in history.
I know I'm right because I used to play rock, paper, scissors, and the way we played it was by saying Roshambo. I'm not telling you that's the correct way to do it, but that's the way we did it.
I just think maybe you grew up in a cult.
Sure. The cult that does Roshambo.
Yeah. I've never heard of it.
So therefore it must be wrong.
I think so, yeah. You're in like some weird Roshambo cult.
Sure.
I haven't heard it either, but it could be right. I don't know. I believe you.
Tell us in the Discord if you've ever heard Roshambo and what you thought it was. Did it have gun?
In some circles, the decisive game of rock, paper, scissors goes by another name, Roshambo. In the U.S., the term is more commonly used on the West Coast, especially in Northern California.
Whoa.
Interesting.
That is interesting. That would be why I've never fucking heard that.
I believed you the whole time I said.
The term dates back to Comte de Rochambeau, a French nobleman who fought against the British during the Revolutionary War. And that's why they say it in Hamilton.
I feel like...
And did they shoot
Beth
anyone?
should have heard of it then. Why don't they do that in Louisiana?
I don't know. I guess it's a regional thing.
We just rock, paper, scissors.
The most French. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. You idiots.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, me. What are we watching this week? We're watching Independence Day.
It's Jesse pick.
It's me pick, and I'm picking it because they haven't. I don't think Beth has seen it. I know Felicia hasn't.
I might have. I'm not sure. We'll find out.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this in the theater when I was like 13 with my friends, and it was fun. It's about aliens, and it's got Will Smith and Bill Pullman. And I was telling Felicia before this that it's a like quintessential Jeff Goldblum performance.
Ooh,
he's over the fucking top.
I just love him.
Yeah, I think you're gonna like it. It's fun. That's it.
Wow,
show done. It only lasted an hour. I feel like we don't gotta even change the format.
That's good. Even with all of my news and Beth's cat fucking up her computer.
Oh yeah, there's like a good chunk of this I'm gonna edit out, so it's not even an hour. We did pretty good.
We did. We also, Beth and I didn't do anything this week, so.
Yeah.
That's true. I didn't either. Well, yeah, I did. I watched everything on the planet.
I cleaned glass.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, good night, everybody.
Well, go to bed about it.
Have sweet dreams.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This song's kind of dope. I should repurpose it.
What?
And make it into another song, too.
I guess. Although it lives here.
It does live here. Bye-bye.
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 Good night.